Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the ultimate top 10 here. Ever heard of places where just stepping foot outside is dicing with danger? We're talking about places that'd make Bear Grylls think twice. This isn't about fear-mongering, it's about awareness. Because let's be real, the world can be a beautiful, crazy, and sometimes dangerous place. We're about to jump into 10 places you absolutely need to avoid, no matter what. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into the top 10 places you need to avoid at all costs. First up, we're headed straight to South America, to a city that's been making headlines for all the wrong reasons: Caracas, Venezuela. This sprawling metropolis, once vibrant and alive, is now plagued by violent crime. The economic and political turmoil in Venezuela has fueled this wave of lawlessness, leaving locals and tourists alike living in a constant state of fear. The sad truth is, even basic precautions aren't enough to guarantee your safety in a city where desperation pushes people to extreme measures. Next, we find ourselves in a place many dream of visiting: Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Petty theft is rampant, particularly on those famous beaches. Tourists are often targeted, seen as easy prey with their cameras and cash. But it's not just pickpockets you have to worry about. Gang violence is a serious problem in Rio's favelas, and stray bullets don't discriminate. What should be a carefree paradise can quickly turn into a nightmare if you're not careful. Our journey takes us now to a place that's been ravaged by conflict for decades: Kabul, Afghanistan. The threat of terrorism is ever present, a dark cloud hanging over every aspect of daily life. Kidnappings, particularly of foreigners, are a constant worry, and the security situation can change in the blink of an eye. It's a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict, and a place where even the most seasoned traveller should think twice before venturing. Chapter 4. Baghdad, Iraq. Scars of War. We're heading to the heart of the Middle East, to a city that's been scarred by war and instability: Baghdad, Iraq. While there's been progress in recent years, the threat of terrorism remains very real. Bombings and attacks still occur, and the security situation can be unpredictable. Violent crime is also a serious problem, fueled by poverty and the proliferation of weapons. It's a city where even the most mundane activities, like going to the market or visiting a friend, can carry risks. Chapter 5. Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. Trapped in the crossfire. This sprawling border town has become synonymous with drug-related violence as cartels battle for control of trafficking routes. The streets of Juarez have become a battleground, with innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. The violence here is relentless, fueled by poverty, corruption, and the insatiable demand for drugs. Chapter 6. Somalia, a nation adrift. This war-torn country has become synonymous with piracy, kidnapping, and terrorism. The lack of a functioning central government has created a power vacuum, allowing armed groups to operate with impunity. That's the reality of Somalia, a nation where lawlessness reigns and danger lurks around every corner. Our journey takes us to the Caucasus region, to a city that's witnessed more than its fair share of violence: Grozny, Chechnya. The threat of terrorism remains high, as does the potential for violent crime. That's the reality of Grozny, a city struggling to escape its tumultuous past. We're heading to the Arabian Peninsula, to a city steeped in history but grappling with modern dangers: Sana'a, Yemen. Terrorism is a major concern, with various groups vying for control, and the threat of airstrikes and bombings is a constant worry. That's the tragic reality of Sana'a, a city torn apart by conflict. We're returning to Iraq, to a city that's become a symbol of the brutal fight against ISIS, Mosul. While ISIS has been driven out, the threat of terrorism remains extremely high. Unexploded ordnance litters the streets, posing a constant danger to residents and those who dare to return. That's the grim reality of Mosul, a city struggling to rise from the ashes of war. Our final destination takes us to Central America, to a city notorious for its sky-high murder rate: San Pedro Sula, Honduras. The streets are controlled by powerful gangs, and turf wars erupt with terrifying frequency. That's the harsh reality of San Pedro Sula, a city grappling with a crisis of safety and security. So there you have it, 10 places around the world where danger lurks around every corner. But remember, this video wasn't meant to scare you, it was meant to inform you. Always do your research, check travel advisories and trust your gut instinct. Until then, stay safe, stay informed and keep exploring.